All right, let's talk about the holy grail for any financial advisor, attracting high net worth clients. It's the ultimate goal, right? But trying to do it online? That is one of the toughest puzzles out there. So today, we're going to break down how a new AI-powered approach isn't just some minor adjustment, it's a complete game changer.
So let's just start with the million-dollar question every advisor is asking themselves. How in the world do you win over these clients online? We're not talking about just any leads. We're talking about people who are, justifiably skeptical. They demand absolute confidence before they'll even think about talking to someone they just stumbled upon on Google.
And this really gets us to the heart of the problem, what we call the trust gap. Honestly, this is the single biggest hurdle. You could be the best advisor on the planet, but if a potential high net worth client doesn't feel that trust from the very first click, your marketing is pretty much dead in the water.
And here's where so many advisors go wrong. They just pour their marketing budget into bidding on these super broad, crazy expensive keywords like financial advisor. I mean, it feels right, but it's a massive mistake. You end up in a bidding war with everyone, paying a fortune, and talking to an audience that's not even qualified or ready to make a move.
That mistake is really just a symptom of a much bigger issue, what I like to call the maintenance trap. See, the old way of doing things, managing these campaigns by hand, it's not just inefficient, it's a constant uphill battle against a platform that gets more complicated literally every day.
And this slide, it just lays it all out perfectly. You've got two completely different worlds here. On the left, there's the manual chaos. It eats up your time, it's super high risk, and it leads to what we call UI fatigue. You know that feeling of just being totally overwhelmed by endless dashboards and settings? But then on the right, you have autonomous growth. It's goal-driven, it's guided, and it's designed to be, well, pretty much effortless. So how do you get out of that trap? Well, the answer is a total shift in strategy. It's called the money in motion strategy. And the key idea here is to stop chasing generic keywords and start targeting specific life events, moments where wealth is actually actively moving.
These are the moments that truly matter. I mean, think about it. Someone searching for 401k rollover rules because they just switched jobs, or someone who's getting close to retirement and needs a real plan. Or maybe they just inherited assets and have no idea what to do about estate taxes. These aren't just casual searches. These are what we call high-intent wealth triggers, and they signal an immediate need for help. But here's the thing. Just targeting them isn't enough. You have to do it the right way, compliantly. In the world of finance, with FINRA and the SEC watching, you just can't go around promising to beat the market. Your entire message, your entire brand, has to be built on selling two things: clarity and reliability.
And this slide shows that difference so clearly. On the left, you've got this low-trust, non-compliant ad promising to beat the market, which is just a massive red flag for any serious investor. But look at the language Aimey uses on the right. Fee-only fiduciary advisor, protect retirement income. See, it's not selling some wild fantasy. It's selling trust and professionalism, which is exactly what a high net worth client is looking for.
Now, to build on that trust, you need a strategy that's way smarter than just a contact us button. We're talking about automating your growth by using something called soft conversions.
So a soft conversion is where you offer something genuinely valuable right up front in exchange for their contact info. So instead of just begging for a meeting, you offer a retirement tax guide as a PDF or a free portfolio risk analysis. This builds your credibility, it proves you know your stuff, and it captures leads you can nurture over time, all without any kind of hard sell.
So you might be wondering, okay, how does all this actually get done? The targeting, the compliant ads, the soft conversions? Well, this is where Aimey comes into the picture. It acts like your own personal AI media buying agent. And the speed is, honestly, it's incredible. We're talking about going from just your website URL to a fully live enterprise-level campaign in about 120 seconds. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Okay, so let's walk through how this actually works. It literally starts with this one simple box. You just type in your website's address. That's it. No complicated setup, no long questionnaires, just your URL.
And from that one little piece of information, the AI goes to work. It scans your entire site to understand exactly what you do, who you serve, and who your ideal clients are. And then boom, it automatically builds this incredibly sophisticated campaign structure, the kind of thing that would normally take a human expert days to put together.
But it doesn't just stop there. This is not some set it and forget it tool in a bad way. It's a set it and let it optimize tool. The AI agent works around the clock, 24/7, in the background, making hundreds of tiny adjustments to your bids, your keywords, your ad copy, all based on real-time data. It literally never sleeps.
And what about you, the advisor? Well, you just get to see the good stuff. All that insane complexity gets boiled down into this simple, clean dashboard. You can see what you're spending, your cost per lead, and your return on ad spend, all at a glance without ever having to get your hands dirty in the back end of Google Ads.
Now, let's talk about something really exciting. Beyond just the performance, this automated approach leads to one of the biggest benefits of all, unlocking huge savings by cutting out those expensive agency fees.
And let's put a real number to that. For a pretty typical ad budget, we are talking about a potential annual savings of over 14,000 euros. That is pure profit going straight back into your pocket.
And here's the math, plain and simple. Let's say you're spending 2,000 euros a month on ads. A typical agency might charge you a retainer and commission that adds up to 1,300 euros on top of that. Aimey's cost to do the same thing? Just over 100 euros. The difference is just staggering. And here's the crucial part. This isn't just about saving money. It's about getting better results. On average, users see a 35% lift in their return on ad spend and an 80% reduction in all that manual grunt work. So you're paying way less to get more, and you're getting your time back. It's a win-win-win.
You know, this quote from their site really just says it all. It's about getting out of the guessing game. It's about letting a data-driven AI optimize everything, all the time, for maximum return, saving you time and killing wasted spend. Which brings us to this final, really powerful idea. The old way for advisors was all about shaking hands at endless networking events. But this new model, it's about building a system that brings your ideal, high-net-worth clients directly to you at the exact moment they need you the most. So the only question left is, are you ready to stop chasing and start attracting?